Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagadamayam Dadati Swapadandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapatakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagarjatam Sagana Ragnathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitam Cha E Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpadarubhasya Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patithanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vikasa Swaminiti Namine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshatharine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Namine Saraswati iti Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripadye Krishna Sambandha Vignanadayine Prabhave Namaha Madhur Ujjwala Premadya Shri Rupanagha Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karunaya Shakti Vigraya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Deenadarine Rupanagha Vriddha Apasiddhanta Adantva Harine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Today we are going to listen about the life and teachings of Srila Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur. So, February 29th was his appearance day. So, this is 150th appearance day of Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur. So, it was a very grand celebration in Mayapur. Continuously, we people were hearing about Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur. So, I thought, let this class be dedicated to him, hearing about his glories. This appearance day, they celebrated in Mayapur for 3-4 days continuously. So, our spiritual master, His Holiness Bhakti Vikasa Swami Maharaj, spoke in all the days, in Bengali also, in English also. On that day, on the appearance day, Vyasa Puja day, Guru Maharaj spoke a very good, very nice lecture on this topic. So here I thought we should share all these glories of Srila Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur with our ladies group. So I also prepared my little brain. I don't know how much I can remember, I can share with you. It is an ocean of informations. Continuously we are hearing about him. So this is nectar, very much nectar. By listening to his glories, I got so astonished. I am so many years I am in ISKCON, and why I didn't realize this greatness of Srila Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur. Some 15 years ago, 15 years ago, I wrote one article in Tamil about Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur, but now I feel very insufficient about that article because there are unlimited great qualities in him. I missed so many things. Like that I am feeling. So like today's class will be a drop from the ocean of such a Mahatma. We can surely tell him that he is Mahajan, Mahatma. Like we cannot understand Krishna, we cannot understand Acharya also. In our Gaudiya Sampradaya, Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur is unique. He is very unique and special. So all the authorities, bona fide teachers, they claim Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur as a ray of Vishnu. So when our Guru Maharaj started the lecture, he said, I am not qualified to talk about him. When my Guru Maharaj is not qualified, then what to speak of myself? I am a simple lady and my knowledge is very, very tiny. But it is said in Shastra and it is advised by Krishna himself that we should glorify pure devotees. By glorifying pure devotees, we become purified. I understand that I don't have qualification to speak about them. But we are advised, we are instructed to speak about great pure devotees. Like we were discussing in that Vyasa Puja offering that the water from the Ganga is offered to water. If at all, if we want to glorify Ganga, if we want to do puja to Ganga, we have no other way. Where can we get water? We take water from Ganga and offer it to Ganga. Similarly, the knowledge, the intelligence is coming from the Guru Parampara. So, but we will today, how much my tiny brain allows, that much we can hear about Bhakti Siddhanta, Srila Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur. As Advaita Acharya prayed for the appearance of Mahaprabhu, Bhakti Vinod Thakur's father, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's father, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, our primary Acharya, he was a magistrate in the British kingdom. We all know that. He was a magistrate in Puri. And though he established, so the foundation was done by him only. When after the disappearance of Mahaprabhu, everything was over, means it was not continuing. Ganga took over Mayapur and immersed everything. Little bit was passing on through the parampara, but many upper sampradaya people and Sakhajias, they erupted and they spoiled everything. Bhakti Vinod Thakur translated and brought the scripture to the world, and he was very bold in preaching. He made a foundation, definitely, surely, but still he was praying to Jagannath that a strong son to continue this mission. So his prayer was fulfilled, granted by the Lord. He had a very powerful, super great son, Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur. When he was born, he understood that this child is not an ordinary child. The chart also was, when the people who read his chart, they said that he is going to construct 64 temples and he is not an ordinary child. So he named him as Vimala Prasad. Vimala Prasad, when he was 5 months old, He was born in Puri, and that time, after 5 months, it was Rath Yatra. The Jagannath Rath was not moving at his, you can see now also in Grand Road, Bhakti Siddhantha Gaudiya Math is there. There, the Rath stopped and it was not moving further. So, taking the opportunity, mother of Bhakti Siddhanta, Vimala Prasad, carried the baby and came near to the Rath and placed the baby under the feet of Jagannath. Immediately a garland fell from his neck to the neck of Vimala Prasad. So everybody understood. For this reason only the Rath stopped there. So there are so many amazing, astonishing things happened in his life. At the age of 4, when Bhaktivinoda Thakur brought some mangoes from the market, Vimala Prasad took the mango without offering and he tasted it. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur asked him, how can you take without offering it to the Lord? Then Vimala Prasad felt very, very guilty that no, he made a vow that in his life he will never touch mangoes. So that much vairagya at the age of 4, to have such a vairagya is very difficult, very difficult. It proves that he is not an ordinary person, he is an acharya. So he made an vow that he will never take mangoes in his life because he had without offering it to the Lord. So when he was 7 years, he memorized all Bhagavad Gita verses and he was able to give lectures on them. That is more important. Nowadays also children, they memorize 700 verses, but they don't have that much maturity to give classes on those verses. So he was, extraordinary scholar. So Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. See, our Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur also called as Srila Prabhupada. Because an acharya who has surrendered to Krishna, Srila Prabhupada means one who has taken shelter of Prabhu, Krishna. So Prabhupada. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakkur also called as Prabhupada. First he is called as Prabhupada, then our Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada told us in one lecture that there are 2 eminent scholars in the whole Vaishnava history. One is Jiva Goswami and second is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. That he was so extraordinarily brilliant and talented, and his English language was excellent, that even the British, they had to refer the dictionary every time when he was writing or conversing with them. That means he was like a dictionary, English dictionary, that he knew that 50 lakhs words in English. Imagine 50. So he is like a computer encyclopedia, or you can say his brain is not an ordinary human brain. It is extraordinary. So by 7 years, he was able to, even in school, when the teacher teaches something, he was ahead of everything. He was, the books and all, nothing for him. So the teacher always felt very embarrassed before him, like that. So also he was very, very intelligent in mathematics, Sanskrit, and he studied Surya Siddhantha. And not only studied, he translated and he made commentary also for Surya Siddhantha. By seeing his talents, the scholars gave him awarded him name Bhakti Siddhantha. So the name, even after his initiated name was Sri Varshabhanavi Daita Das, means the name itself we can understand that he is an eternal associate of Srimati Radharani. We can see from various research articles about him, various references, that it is mentioned that he is Nayana Mani Manjari of Srimati Radharani. That means he is not from this world. He is a Vaikuntha man. He is a Goloka man. So he appeared here to bring out this mission. So he was so scholarly. So his dedication from childhood, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, if you see any Acharya, they have a great lineage. Parents also great devotees. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, of course, seventh Goswami is referred as, respected as seventh Goswami. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was very, very humble. And he took initiation from Vipin Bihari. He took Siksha and Diksha from many great devotees. But his initiating guru was Vipin Bihari. And once Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur saw that, Vipin Bihari put his legs on the head of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur saw this. When Bhaktivinoda Thakur went out for something, he went to that Vipin Bihari Maharaj and told, how dare you can put your feet on my father? Do you know who is he? Huh? You should not have done this. He is seventh Goswami. He's not so he know that his father is a great devotee and the so-called guru should not have done this. So he was very bold in his dealings. Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur was very sharp, very bold. He was using the chopping technique. What is this chopping technique? If something is right, he used to say right. If something is wrong, he used to say wrong. Like not fishy-washy, oh, not like this. No, directly. And he was not at all scared of anything. So his chart says that he is Kataka Rasi, Kataka Lagna Rasi, I don't know. So that means he cuts like a crab. Kataka means crab. So his buddhi, his Buddha was very, very strong. So he is very intelligent and very devotee also, like pure devotee. That's why he spoke very boldly and he was not at all afraid of anything of this material world. This is the symptom of pure devotee. Pure devotees are not at all afraid of anything. So he had no interest in family life or something like that. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur suggested him, better you go to Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj and take initiation, because he could see that the son of him is not an ordinary person. He cannot involve in his missionary. So he sent him to his disciple, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's disciple, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur always considered Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj as his equal, because sometimes also above him. Because Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj also is a glorious Acharya. We can see that he is in the Guru Parampara and he is an Avadud a sannyasi, and Babaji is very, very extraordinary pure devotee. So he was in Mayapur. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj was in Mayapur. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur sent him to take initiation from him. But the testing was there, very heavy testing. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj never initiates anyone. He always sits near a dirty place so that the materialistic people will not come. And if somebody asks for blessings, he runs away. He behaves like a madman. He was very, very simple and chanting the holy name always. So he never initiate anyone. When Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur went and approached him for initiation, he said, I will not give. He was begging and crying. He said, okay, I will ask Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and give you initiation. So next time when he came and asked, did you ask Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? No, I forgot. Then again he came and requested him. Okay, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said not to initiate you. Go, get lost. Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur was very serious, we all know. He was crying. He thought, now I have no chance of living in this material world, let me die. Because Guru is rejecting, then what is the use of living? So let me go and enter into Ganga. So he was determinedly going. But Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj could understand that he is a sincere soul. So he gave him initiation. So his initiated name, Sri Varshavana Vidaita Das. So it is a Radharani's Das, right? So, but Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur, being a very learned scholar, his guru is Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, was not so scholarly. He is a pure devotee. But Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur never considered himself as greater than his spiritual master. This is a very, very important thing which we all should know. The disciples should never think that I am greater than my Gurudev. Because oftentimes it comes to our mind, it comes to our stupid mind that we are greater than our spiritual master. Sometimes I have seen that some disciples go and advise or suggest, guide, which is very, very bad. So whenever Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur used to give lectures, his guru, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, used to listen. But he, in his lectures, always he glorifies his spiritual master. But Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj disappears from that place. He doesn't want to hear about him like that. So, Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur, in his early days, when he was very young, he was very scholarly, as I said, Surya Siddhantha. Surya Siddhantha is about astrology. So he was a very great scholar of astrology. But he can, some people say that he can predict everything perfectly. And sometimes, like if in a tree there are fruits, he can even predict when will the fruit will fall down. So that much accuracy he had, that much perfect knowledge he had, but he left that. That he wanted everything to, he don't want to predict anything. He wants to depend on Krishna. That is the pure devotee's mood. Like ordinary persons like us, we always we go to astrologer, ask what will happen, what will happen, what will happen. But Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur say, trust no future, however pleasant it is. So he left astrology. Because he wanted to bring up the Gaudiya mission. So he was vigorously preaching. Before he started preaching, he had a perfect training under his father. The book printing and distribution, the Shastras, that he learned from Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote, printed, and he was he introduced the magazine, Sajjana Toshani. This is very famous magazine, Gaudiya Sampradaya, Sajjana Toshani. That magazine, Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur used to print and weekly magazine. So the news reporters, they used to ask Maharaj, how it is possible for you to give so much information? He said, every day also I can give, because this spiritual world message is unlimited. So I can print every day. So he used all modern techniques. like Yukta Vairagya. The sannyasis, they don't use any modern things, but to expand the mission, to preach, to bring the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message to everyone. He have brought the printing machine from abroad, from US. And through that machine, he printed and he produced books and distributed. Before entering into establishing the mutts, establishing the ashramas, after taking initiation, he did a great austerity, great tapasya, which we cannot imagine. This is beyond our imagination also. If you hear about this, you will be surprised. For 2 hours of chanting, we go crazy. But he made a vow that he will chant 100 crores names of the Lord. He completed that in 9 years. So he was not at all eating, not at all. He had a small hut. That hut had a big hole on the roof. So to make it, he has to waste time. So he used to put umbrella on that and then chant. He used to take little bit of rice on the floor and keeping the hand at the behind, and then go down and take that much goes into the mouth. That's all his food was. Can we imagine this? That he was continuously chanting like Haridas Thakur, like 97 rounds every day. That chanting beats of Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur is still there in one temple. So some devotees showed us that is there in one temple here. In when we go in Navadip Mandal Parikrama, we could see that. It is in one Gaudiya Math temple. Very astonishing. So 9 years he was continuously chanting and immersed. He was like a Babaji, not interested in anything in the worldly things, and he was focusing on the holy name deeply. But what happened? His father, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, passed away. And the next year, his Gurudev, Gaurkishore Das Babaji, also passed away. So he couldn't bear the separation from them, and he was continuously crying. See, in material life, if we lose somebody, we understand that we are not the body. We have to understand that death will come one day. But for devotees, for acharyas, we all should cry. We should cry in separation because they are guiding us in spiritual life. So this is obvious that Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur was in separation. Vipralamba moved from his spiritual master. But later he had a dream that Mahaprabhu and associates and his father, Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Gaurkishore Das Maharaj, everybody were there, and they told him, you came here to establish the mission, Gaudiya mission. So you go ahead, don't stop crying, and now take up the mission, start your work. So then he takes sannyas, because taking sannyas is very, very important. Thus his name from Sri Varshabhanavi Daita Das, it became Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur. And then he goes to Calcutta and starts his preaching. When he gives class 4-5 hours, goes. And nobody can stand with this scholarly speech. And when some debates come, nobody can beat him, win him. So once when Bhaktivinoda Thakur was there, there was one assembly of scholars where Bhaktivinoda Thakur should go and address. That time he was very tired and sick. So he told Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakur, you go and give. The scholars were so astonished how great he was. So in one such meetings, they told him that you have to establish Krishna's supremacy without referring from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and such scriptures. You should only refer Vedanta Sutra. All this Vedanta Sutra, Vedas and all Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati was like, for him it is very, very, it is there in his blood. So he defeated them, he argued, then everybody became astonished. In those days, Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur was preaching even to British, English speaking, that time the freedom fight was going on, we all know. So once Subhash Chandra Bose, freedom fighter, came to meet him, because Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur had lots of young brahmacharis, young men. He could influence rightly in the path because he can make anyone devotee. So he had so many volunteers, so many brahmacharis with him. So Subhash Chandra Bose came to him and asked for young men. If you give some young men, we can fight the British. But Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakkur, so right opinion was that this kingdom, even if we get freedom from British, somebody will come and, and they make us slaves. The political scenes change from time to time. What is more important is to preach, is to bring the people in the right consciousness, right path, right? So not only for India, to everyone in this world, to every jiva we have to elevate. That was the mood. Sometimes if you are a strong freedom fighter, you will feel, what is this? Unless you are a devotee, you cannot understand this point. Unless, because we are devotees, we can understand what is more important. To help the jiva to go from material life to spiritual life. That is more important than the freedom. Anyway, we are totally entangled in this material world. If one understands this philosophy, then they will understand. So he was even preaching to British people. So some British, I heard that some British also have become his followers. But when he was making a very nice devotees, the West Bengal Smartas, Brahmins, they had very much envy. They were envied him, and they were against him, saying that how you can make devotees if they are not from the caste Brahmins, how you can engage them into a devotional service. Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur has the Sastric references, and anyone can take up devotion service. It is not by birth, it is by action. It determines a person's devotion. Yeah, by being born in a Brahmin family is a conducive situation. But that doesn't make one a Brahmana. If you are in a doctor's family, if you take birth in a doctor's family, unless you study medicine and the government approve you and study and then pass through the exams and then take training, then you get the certification from the government, you are not an authorized doctor. Similarly, if somebody takes birth in the Brahmin family and if they don't follow the principles of Brahminical culture, then they are not Brahmins. They should follow. So this is the Sastric statements. So Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati was ready to present his opinion and then defeat everyone. But once the enmity becomes so much that they wanted to kill Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur. So one of his disciples changed his cloth And he made Bhakti Siddhantha to escape from the situation, and he was facing, but fortunately he was not killed. He also spared. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati made this Navadip Mandala Parikrama in those days, 1920. When he was doing this Navadip Mandal Parikrama, the local enemies, those who don't like this preaching, they started beating the devotees who are going in the parikrama. Then, devotees were very upset, and the media came, it came in newspaper, everything. What is Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur said that, we will tolerate this incident, then it is very conducive for our advancement. Then Gaudiya Math become very famous. He made devotees. He made many sannyasi devotees. He had so much brahmachari and sannyasi devotees. And he sent them around, and he established 64 mutts. Even if you can see that the Gaudiya Math, especially in Mayapur, a beautiful Chaitanya Math is there, where he established the deities of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Sri Gandharvika Giridhari. These are beautiful deities. If you come to Mayapur, please take darshan of them. They are very, very beautiful. There we have Govardhan, Radha Kund, Shyama Kund, and Samadhi Mandir of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakkur, and Samadhi Mandir of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. So he established a beautiful temples, mutts, and then he was very, very strict. Very strict. But at the same time, very compassionate. You cannot imagine how compassionate he is. Once in the mutt, in the Gaudiya Math ashram, there was a jackfruit tree. This jackfruit tree, first time it produced one jackfruit. In Bengal, they have a culture that they take fruit also, they take the vegetable also. Jackfruit vegetable is very delicious vegetable. Rather than jackfruit, the vegetable is even more delicious if you would have been tasted it. So the devotees thought the jackfruit has come, the jackfruit sabji has come, vegetable. So we will offer it to the Lord. Next day we will cook and offer. But it got stolen. First jackfruit. The second time, again it got stolen. Then the third time, devotees decided, if we lose like this, it is not fair. We will wait and see who is taking. So whole night they were watching. But the thief didn't come because he know that, all are seeing. So he didn't come. The daytime, the whole night they were waking to find out, but daytime they will definitely fall asleep. No, daytime they were dozing. The thief came, but among them one was alert. One he saw, and then he catch hold of that thief, and then brought him in front of Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur. The thief was very, very afraid. He thought that he may get a severe punishment or something like that. He was so scared. But Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakkur said, go and bring a plate of prasad. He was asking why you stole. He said, I'm very poor. I don't have anything to eat. My family, I have a big family. I have to feed them. Okay, fine. So he told, you bring a plate of prasad to him. Then my family is also there. Okay, pack prasadam for his family also. So he fed the whole family prasadam. Then later he surrendered to Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur, and he became a devotee, and the whole family became devotee. So this is an unexpected thing. He didn't punish, but he showed his mercy on him, and then the whole family became devotees. Unlimited incidences like this in his life. So he was very, very, very tough with this Upper Sampradaya people, and one who imitates pure devotion. So we should understand who are these Sahajiyas. Sahajya means they imitate like pure devotees. Who are pure devotees? Gopis are topmost pure devotees, right? We all know. So after departure of Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Apasampradaya came up. Sampradaya, Apasampradaya means wrong imitators, wrong people. They act as if they are pure devotees. So men only, they dress in sari and they act as if they are pure devotees, act as if they cry like gopis, like that. They dress themselves as like women. So once one Sakaja man, he was singing like this, singing to Radharani, like Radhe Jago, Radhe Jago. Then Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur went there, give him a slap, and then told him, first you wake up. Jago means wake up. First you wake up. How dare you can sing this to Radharani? So he was very strict, and then when he find some mistakes like this, some aparats, some offenses like this, was very, very severe in handling them. Once in his mutt, there are many such incidences. We will, how much I can remember, I will tell you. Once in Calcutta mutt, so one Marwadi fellow, rich man came. He told Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur, Maharaj, you know, in your mutt, the brahmacharis are fighting. What is this? You are preaching to them. They are devotees. They should have a harmony relationship. How they are fighting in temple. Then Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur told, you came here to take darshan of the Lord, but you have taken dosh darshan. Dosh means mistakes. You take darshan of the mistakes, but not the Lord. Your business is to come to take darshan of the Lord and not the mistakes. So he was very strong with him, saying that some problem will be there when, even in family, everywhere, when if people too are there, then some misunderstanding, some fightings will happen. So he expected that not everyone is pure, and so he told that person that, you should not take those darshan. Then in some other headmaster of one school, he came to the mutt and he told, why this Madhvasis, although they are chanting the holy name 64 rounds. That time, Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakur's time, it is 64, not 16. 64 rounds they are chanting, but they are not advancing. What is the reason? Then Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakur answered that they are all having intestinal worms. Means if you eat, but still if you are not nourished, if you don't have energy, doctors suggest, okay, you take some amebiotic medicine, amoebiasis, if there is there, then you take some medicine so that the insects, the worms in the stomach will die, and then you will become all right. So similarly, the advancing devotees, if they have some selfish desires other than serving the Lord, other than pure devotion, other than anya bilashita sunyam, if they have some selfish desires, and if they have some secret bad behavior, then that stops their advancement. So one should understand that, in advancing spiritual life, one should not have secret bad behavior or selfish desires, which will definitely stop our advancement. So once in Gaudiya Mutt, in Srila Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakur's mutt. There was, that is a Sachidananda mutt. In that mutt, one man was coming and fishing. It's very bad, no? In a pond, he was taking the fishes. See, in holy places, if you have fish, they are all Damvasi. And this particular man was not listening to anyone. Everybody in the mutt told that you are not supposed to take the fish and take it for eating. But Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakur also told him, please don't fish here. But he was not listening. When they are not there, he go and he used to take fishes from the pond. But nearby the pond, from a bush, one snake came and bit him and he died. So one should be careful. One should listen to the Acharya. No, he was there, he was warning him. He was not listening. So it has become he was died. You see. Similarly, one more incident happened. That one man, one advocate, visiting advocate to the mutt. He was visiting. He was a chain smoker. Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur told him that you are not supposed to smoke. Please don't smoke. He was not listening. In a very short while, he was infected with the cholera and he died. So, he was, Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur was very strict, but very compassionate also. Like you can see that if you see a rose is very soft, but thorns are also there, like that. He was, when Siddhanta, philosophy comes, he is correct. He was always giving the right instruction, always giving the right instruction. That's why he is called as Lion Guru, Chimma Guru. He was a terror for non-devotees. For devotees, he was just like, soft rose, compassionate guide, teacher, acharya, very compassionate. But for those who are very bad, for them he was very, very, very heavy, very heavy. He established Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakur's achievements are unlimited achievements. He traveled, he used cars, he used coats. A sannyasi should be very simple, which he remained simple. 9 years we saw that, he didn't want anything in this material world. Personally, he was only chanting and only remembering Krishna. But it was the order from the Guru Parampara and from the Lord that he had to preach. While preaching, he adopted the technique Yukta Vairagya of Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami told that you can use material, you can use any electronics or any modern technology to spread the mission for preaching. Like we are all using WhatsApp, we are all using Facebook and YouTube, all these things. But the same thing is misused by the common people. But we use this for service and we use this modern techniques to preach and connect with people. So our motive, as long as our motive is to serve Krishna, that we can use any modern things. That's what Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur showed to the world. He was using cars and he was using coats and all. Many big Maharajas, when Mysore Maharaja took his blessings from Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur. Manipur Maharaj, you can see all these things, detailed life history in Bhakti Siddhanta Vaibhava, book written by our spiritual master. So he established the Padukas of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in South India. Many places he visited and he established the Paduka of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu where he visited. So he established, he established 64 mutts in around India. And you can see that in Chennai also, he has, in Mylapore, we have Gaudiya Mutt, which was established by Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur. He visited all holy places. But his main important, though he had very great sannyasis, more than 25 sannyasi disciples he had. Among them, gem is, diamond is our Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. The first meeting, so as we know that he can predict the future, the first meeting itself, he gave the instruction to Prabhupada that, you go and preach in English language. First day, first meeting, first instruction. Prabhupada, though our Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, when he glorifies his spiritual master, he says that I have a great scholarly God brothers who were highly intellectual than me. But the mercy, Prabhupada was very determined in following the instructions of Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur. So he knew that this disciple is going to establish, perform in a great and grand manner. So that we can see that the Guru Parampara is continuing. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakkur told, print books, distribute books. That's why the printing mission is called Brihat Mridanga. Mridanga, we do Kartal and Mridanga with Kirtan. That is heard here in a particular place, in a room, in a hall, in temple. But if somebody writes Sastra, print them and distribute them, it can be spread around the world. So it started with Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur made it more, and then he told Srila Prabhupada, in one Vyasa Puja, Srila Prabhupada gives a wonderful Vyasa Puja offering. That time he says that you have to write and distribute. So which Prabhupada meditated throughout his life, and he could get success at the advanced age. Throughout his life, Prabhupada made his tapasya. He was meditating how I can fulfill the desires of my spiritual master. He was crying. He was trying. So that was only because of his mercy, because of his vision for he believed that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told that the holy name will be heard in every village and town. So it will spread. So Prabhupada took the effort and spread. When Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur left the world, about to leave, many times he used to tell that after my departure, the mission is going to face the difficult time, which happened because every acharya leaves, in the mission, in the mutt, problems arise. Then again, some other great acharya comes and takes up. So which Srila Prabhupada came and pushed the movement very high. Again, when Srila Prabhupada disappeared from this world, a great ups, downs, up down happened. So ISKCON went down a lot. But again, it is picking up. Again, the mission started growing, and then sincere disciples of Srila Prabhupada is now spreading the mission. So we follow Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur in our Sampradaya and in his unique way of preaching. So he always quoted the verse, Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajesha Tanayastadama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachit Upasana Vrajavadu Vargena Vakalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam Prema Pumarto Mahan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhor Matam Itam Tatra Darah Na Parah. So the Supreme Personality of God, Lord Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaja, is worshipped along with his transcendental abode Vrindavana. The most pleasing form of worship of the Lord is that which performed by the gopis of Vrindavana. Srimad Bhagavatam is the spotless authority on everything, and pure love of God is the ultimate goal of life for all men. These statements, for which we have the highest regard, are the opinion of Still Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. So, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakkur, when he was always guiding in everything, especially he told a famous, many things were there. Like when we chant, we have to beat our mind with broomstick and shoes to control the mind, he said. And when we go to holy places, especially the highest holy place is Radhakund, but he never recommend anybody to go and live in Radhakund, because if prematurely, if somebody chooses to live in Radhakund, they make offenses. So he always told that when we go to Ganga, when we go to Radhakund, we pay our obeisances, sprinkle water, and we respect, but we don't jump into higher levels. That he always said. Also, when somebody sings that Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume, he says that you act in such a way that Jagannatha Swami will come and see you. Rather, you want to see him, let him see you. That's these are all the guidelines given by Srila Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Thakkur. So there are so many volumes and volumes of glorifications about him. So anyway, this much only my tiny brain allowed me to speak. So Hare Krishna. So if you have more glorifications, you can share, or you can ask some questions, comments. Hare Krishna. Any other points also you can, if you want to glorify Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakkur, you are welcome. Yes, Mataji, Jaya.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Very nice class, Mataji.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Very nice, and we also realized so many things about Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakkur. So very nicely you have explained us. Thank you so much.
Okay, we will meet you next week, same time. Vancha Kalpatarupta. Yes. Kitana, yes.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj in Manasyama வந்து ராதா குண்ட் ஷாம் குண்ட் வந்து வர வச்சாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கேன் மாதாஜி. அது இன்னும் மாயாப்பூர்ல இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்க.
Yes, yeah, we have, I told Chaitanya. This lecture itself, I told that the Chaitanya Mat, we have Govardhan, Shyam Kund, Radha Kund, where we have Samadhi Mandir of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakkur, and also Samadhi Mandir of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. This also I didn't tell in this lecture that he made the Samadhi Mandir of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. When Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj left the world, out of humility, he wrote that people around me, please pull me with my legs, throw me to the eagles and foxes so that they eat my body. That he wrote out of humility, but the people around, they decided to pull him, and some decided to take his body and make samadhi and earn money. Like that they planned. But Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakkur said, I am his disciple, so I have the claim. So, but they were fighting. Then he said, if any one of you who haven't touched any woman for 1 year, you can take. Nobody came. Any one of you who is not touched a woman for 6 months, that like that he was asking. One day, nobody could come. Even one day, if nobody has touched women for 1 day, you can claim. Nobody could come. That means what? They are all cheaters. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakkur took the holy body of his spiritual master and he constructed the Samadhi in Chaitanya Mat. So, this was very astonishing incident happened in his life. So it is there. If you come here to Mayapur, you can take darshan of Radha Kund, Shyam Kund and Govardhan. So Mayapur is none other than Vrindavan. Everything is here. One more additional thing.
Super.
One more additional thing is, this is the Adarya Dham. Adarya Dham means most it's like Karuna. I mean, it's very compassionate place. In Vrindavan, you get offenses. Here, you don't get offenses. Mahaprabhu forgives, but we cannot take it for granted. He forgives, but still we have to be careful. Yes, Rani Rukmini.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji, thank you for the class. Just had a small question, Mataji. Like we read that Prabhupada had spent very less time with Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Maharaj, but still how he became like so inspired and empowered by him. He was not with him for a long time, right?
See, our spiritual master also same thing. He was not so.
Yeah.
And he became, he doesn't, see, Vani Seva is more important than Vapu Seva. Many people have this misunderstanding that if you are too close with the spiritual master, you will gain the strength. No, not like that. How much you follow the instruction, that is more important. How much you be physically is, many times if we are physically with the pure devotees, we may even make mistakes. We don't understand devotees at all in any level, because we see that they are also eating, we see that they are also sleeping, we see that they are also many occasions they are like us, so we misunderstand. See, if you want to understand some great devotees, we have to follow their instructions. Then we can take that mood. What Srila Prabhupada did is followed the instruction and studied him. That is more important, na? Being physically with him. What is important? Following, taking the instructions. That is more important than be physically with him. Vapu Seva, Vani Seva, which is important? Vani means Vani Seva is more important.
Yeah.
Many times, even in temple also, we see what we always desire to darshan of the temple, right? But what is more important is serving the Lord is more important than taking darshan. This understanding we should have, devotees should have. Many times we do run, take darshan of many temples. No, there what is more important is hear about the Lord. So hear about the spiritual master. Find out what is the instruction and how I can apply in my life. That is the secret of success. So Prabhupada catch hold of the secret of success. Not necessary you be with him always and then find faults. Many they do like this. Be with him and then get out of bhakti itself. I have seen that also. They are too close and then they are too far. So
Okay, Mataji.
Prabhupada was not so much associating, but he was associating by heart, by instructions, by taking the instructions seriously. That is more important in our life also. We need not be very close with the spiritual master, but we should follow. That also I see. When spiritual master come, they are always behind him, before him. But personally, I have seen, even in Mayapur, I am seeing that when they deal, your dealings with the devotees should be at least correct, right? I have seen them, many such neophyte devotees. What do? They go in front of spiritual master and, remain very humble. And, it is a big act, I know. And when the spiritual master go from the side, they behave differently. Also like that. But when you should be always same, right? Always same. When the spiritual master is here, you remain same. When the spiritual master is away, you remain the same. So they come only when he comes. They come only to Mangalarti when he is there. So all these things are... it denotes that you are not properly following the spiritual master and the instructions. we should remain always. We should follow always, right? So Prabhupada followed, though he was not physically with him, he followed everything. So he became successful. Yes, Kirtana.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
One more question, Mataji. Sorry, Mataji. Mataji, in one group, or Gaudiya Mat video came, Mataji. And அவங்க சொன்னாங்க பக்தி சித்தாந்த் சரஸ்வதி மகாராஜ் வந்து அவரோட லாஸ்ட் மினிட் வந்து போகும்போதுல 5:30க்கு வாட்ச் எல்லாம் அப்படியே ஸ்டாப் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னு சொன்னாங்க, மாதாஜி. அந்த அவரு அந்த இடத்துல இருந்த அந்த மத்தோட வாட்ச் எல்லாம் 5:30க்கு அப்படியே ஸ்டாப் ஆயிடுச்சு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி அந்த வீடியோல இருந்தது, மாதாஜி. அது கேட்கும் போல
Maybe true. I don't
ஏன்னா
know.
அது எனக்கு உண்மையா பொய்யான்னு தெரியல.
I didn't see. I'll check and let you know. Maybe it is true. I
okay,
don't know. I don't know. I didn't hear about this.
அவங்க கௌடிய டிவோட்டி கௌடிய அந்த
I
வீடியோ
will find out, because this book is the this not only this one book, only 3 volumes are there. I'll find out at the time of his departure what happened. I'll find out and let you know. This is the authority book. It's a research book. This is a it's a real treasure for our sampradaya. This, it's amazing. This book is very difficult to study also. Very high language of English, high language. So here and there I see. Then take as much as possible. That's all. It's very difficult book. I'll find out.
பக்தி சித்தாந்த் சரஸ்வதி மகாராஜோட லெக்சர்ஸ் எல்லாம் கோட் மாதிரி சிலது கொடுப்பாங்க, வரும் மாதாஜி. அதெல்லாம் பார்க்கும்போது ரொம்ப பிரமிப்பா இருக்கு. நம்மளால எதுவுமே அதாவது சின்ன விஷயம் கூட நம்மளால சாண்டிங் கூட அப்படி ஒழுங்கா பண்ணும்போது எனக்கு ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்கும், மாதாஜி. எது பக்தியை ஒழுங்காவே ஃபாலோ பண்ணல முடியல அப்படிங்கும் போல. நான் டிவோட்டி அசோசியேஷன் விட்டு மதுரையை விட்டு இங்க வரும்போது, மேரேஜ் பண்ணி வரும்போது டிவோட்டி அசோசியேஷன் இல்லைன்னா நம்ம எதுக்கு இந்த பாடி இட் வில் டை அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு கோட் பார்க்கும்போது எனக்கு அது ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருந்தது, மாதாஜி. என்னால
what I can say, suggest is you is now you can do what mind is there within you. That should not go. See, external things may be under control of somebody, but internally the mind is in you. You can control the mind. You can always remember Krishna in your mind. That has no hindrance. That nobody can stop. Nobody can sit. This is the thing I always tell to people. Oh, my external is not proper. I don't have devotee association. I don't have anything. But in your mind, nobody can come unless you admit anything in your mind. In your mind, you can always chant. You can always remember Krishna. You can always follow the instructions. When you, only one suggestion, you please strongly develop the desire for devotional service. Then automatically all the paths will go. All this hindrance will go. எல்லா தடையும் நீங்கிடும் உங்களுக்கு. All the hindrance will go out of your way and you will advance in devotional service. Now you don't worry. Don't worry. That much you can, how much you can do, that much you do. Desire Krishna. Don't don't go in the depression mode. Try. Instead of going in depression mode, positively you try. I told you one story of one Mataji in this present time. The 10 years that girl was chanting, that Mataji was chanting in bathroom. 10 years, somehow cheating the family, going often and then chanting. She's chanted 16 rounds, 10 years in bathroom. Because she had no other way. Mother-in-law, father-in-law, husband, all were against Krishna consciousness. All were against bhakti. But after 10 years, everybody became devotee. This is really happened in one family, and they came to Mayapur. I got introduced to them. So now you patiently, sincerely, without fail, every day chant, hear. Now you are allowed to attend the class. That is great. You hear, associate as much as possible, and then continue. Krishna will make everything fine for you. You will come with your family to Mayapur, come with your family to Vrindavan. You will take initiation. Everything will change in your life. But you should have that confidence that Krishna will act. Krishna will help me. Okay? He will help you.
Thank you so much, Mataji. You give me boost, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Definitely.
I will try to.
If you develop desire, only one thing is develop desire for devotional service. Pray, cry. That should be positive, not negative. You are pregnant. Now you should be happy. At least you have Sangha, online Sangha, you have mobile phone, YouTube videos. You can read books. Whenever you have free times, even if they take you to some karmi places, you keep chanting within your mind. Keep chanting. Then, these things will increase your devotional service. When you have some hindrances, when you have some, stoppages, then, you will crave to do more. This is nice only, actually. This situation. See, we are all here. Nobody is stopping us. You see, we are in Mayapur. Nobody is stopping. Everything is given. But still, we are not advancing so much. But such a situation makes you advance quickly. You will get quick advancement. So please chant, read. One day you told that I'm chanting less rounds. No. You say that this is good for child. So I'm chanting. You be cooperative with the family. Be cooperative. Other things, don't worry. Chanting, you should never leave. Chanting is very, very important devotional service. Other things may be prasadam, association, kirtan, going to temple. Other things may not happen in your life now, but keep chanting. Okay? Chanting is very, very important. You chant, then the rest will be taken care. Surrender, with full surrender. Raise your hands in your mind and always hold the lotus feet of the Lord and say that I am yours. I am yours. Please take care of me. I am your devotee. Surrender. Every minute you surrender to Krishna and rest he will take care. See, Prabhupada writes in one purport of Bhagavatam that a devotee never worries about the future. Today, at present, I surrender to Krishna. Krishna will take care. He will take care, definitely. See, whether I get liberation, whether I go to spiritual world, whether tomorrow is very good, tomorrow I get my food, tomorrow all these things happen or not, I am not worried. Today I am surrendering to Krishna. That should be your mood. For everyone, We are scared, no? One Mataji used to ask me always, old Mataji, this lifetime I will go back home, back to Godhead. I came here in Mayapur, I came to settle in Mayapur. This lifetime will I go back home? Because definitely everyone underwent lots of problems in our life. Our desire is, enough, now I want to go back home, back to Godhead. That desire is there. But Prabhupada says we should not worry about it. Because ultimately it is in the hands of Krishna. So today we will do sincere devotional service. That's all. What happens, we'll see. Okay?
Thank you
Fine.
so much, Mataji.
Thank you.
Very good.
Okay. Any other questions? We will meet next week. Thank you very much. Vancha kalpadarupasa kripa sindhubhyevacha patithanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.